Good morning, my name is Elaine. Welcome to my channel. This is the first day of spring 2021 and I'm going to be showing you a nice spring solstice practice. So let's get on our mats and get started. Come to sit in Vajrasana with your hands resting on your knees. We're going to take Pushpanjali Mudra. So this is where the palms touch on the sides. And it's as if you're holding something very precious between your hands. Just take a moment to close your eyes. And notice the sensation of breath. And we're noticing any feelings that arise or sensations from holding your hands in this mudra. And this mudra reminds us of the practice of Ashteya, that balance between giving and receiving. Ashteya meaning non-stealing. So thinking about how much you give and how much you receive, and if that is in balance in your life. Pushpanjali Mudra brings the energy to the area of the center of our belly, the area of our third chakra, Manipura. And this chakra is represented by a beautiful golden yellow color. And as we head from winter into spring and the days become longer and the nights become shorter, there's an opportunity to find more vigor, more energy, more time to be outside, being more active. So thinking about the things that are important for you, maybe some goals that you set earlier in the year, and just thinking about which ones are still important for you. And maybe using this practice in this time of spring to clear out, to get rid of the clutter and the confusion and bring some clarity to what is important for you. What is it that you have to give? What do you need to nourish you, to receive, so that you can cultivate and grow and nourish the things that you wish to focus on? And using today's practice to help build that heat, that fire, that agni that will help you take action on the things that are important. So let's bring the hands together in front of the heart, bow the chin toward the chest, and then open the eyes. So we're going to extend the hands in front and just lower and lift the palms, starting to wake up the joints, moving slowly, bringing awareness to the sensations in the body, the movement of breath. And then bringing the palms in, making fists and circling the wrists around in one direction and then circling the other way. And then opening the fingers and making little bursts as you pull them in and out. And turning the palms up, bringing the hands to the shoulders, opening the elbows nice and wide, and then taking the palms up into this cactus position. You see the cacti behind me? Bring the elbows towards each other and then open them wide. So feeling the rounding and the squeezing of your upper back. So today's practice, working on twists and some core work, and also freeing the space around the back of the heart. So you can find that joy, that purpose. I think that when we follow our joy, that is what we're meant to spend our time doing, whatever brings us that. So taking the arms up, lifting them up, and then bringing them down. And let's start to lift ourselves up into the air and sit back down. You can see the bubbles floating into my picture. Someone behind me making them, so sweet. That's a joyful thing. There we go. Last one, coming down. Good. And extending the arms out. And just landing your right hand and stretching over to the side. Taking a moment to relax that lower shoulder as you reach the arm up and lengthen. And then sweeping the arm to the other side, leaning the hips away, coming into this nice C shape. Softening the lower arm and reaching with the top arm. Good. and then releasing. Taking a moment to come onto our toes as we sit, and then taking the hands to the shoulders and just starting to weave them around. Nice circles, helping to release any tightness in the shoulders, and also letting the upper back feel a little more movement. Good. Releasing the hands down, just giving the ankles a little rotation as we swoop them round from side to side. Round in circles. Good. And then flattening down, taking the hands behind you and just lifting your chest up as you inhale and relaxing down on the out breath. Pressing the palms into the mat and lifting. You might want to lift your hips as well. Just see what feels best for you right now. Really listening to the body and respecting it. Coming up onto your hands and knees now. Tucking your toes under and lifting into a downward facing dog. So taking your time here to just stretch the legs, move your body in a way that feels expansive and long. And then maybe start to move one heel down and then the other. Good. And then when you're ready, starting to bring yourself forward into a plank position. Good. And just feeling the strength of your core. At any time you need, you can put your knees on the ground or keep them up and just find yourself focused on the space between your hands. Good. And then I'd like you just to let your chest sink down and then push the space between your shoulder blades up. Relax it down and press up. One more time, release and then press. And now press all the way back into your downward dog and start to slowly walk your feet forward toward the front of the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need and just allow your wrists to relax as you fold over your legs. Just looking at your toes, finding a good distance between your feet and just letting the weight rock forward and back and side to side. And then bringing your hands to your shins, expanding yourself forward. Slide your hands up into your hip sockets, elbows towards the sky, and slowly rise to stand. From here, taking your right arm up into the air and just leaning over to the side, and then releasing. Taking your other arm up, leaning to the side. Good. Just do that one more time. Hips go one way, arm goes the other way. Last time. Good. And then coming to stand at the front of your mat, lifting your arms up into the air, and then bending your knees and touching the floor. Sweeping up, and then bending down. Full breath in, full breath out. One more time. Coming into Utkatasana, sitting into your chair, bringing your hands together, feeling your tailbone descending, feeling your spine nice and long. And then exhale, fold hands towards the floor. Bring your hands to your shins, expanding, straightening, lengthening, and then release your hands down. Stepping back into your plank position. And then coming down to the floor, either knees, chest and chin to come all the way down. Placing your hands under your shoulders, draw your shoulders back in towards your shoulder blades and start to gently lift your chest and lower. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Feeling the strength of your spine lifting and then letting the hands lift and just giving a little squeeze to the back as you hover your chest away from the ground. Push your hands into the mat, lift yourself back up, and come into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. So just walking, lengthening, feeling your way as you spread your fingers, drawing your arms towards each other, feeling the length of your spine with each out breath. And then lifting your right leg into the air and bringing it in towards you. Good. And then allowing that knee to drop and then lifting it up. And lower and lift. Stoking that fire, the heat, the agony of our core strength. Going a little further than we're comfortable. And then landing that foot between our hands. Good. And then coming up into our lunge, extending the arms back behind us. Good. And then placing that left hand on the floor, lifting the right arm up towards the sky and pressing into this nice twist. The more we press down, the more we can lift up. The back knee can always be on the floor if that feels better. And then release the hand, stepping back into your plank and up into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, lengthen. Lifting the left leg into the air. Bring it in and land the knee on the floor. And then push to bring it up and lower down. Exhale, lift nose toward knee and touch the floor. One more time, hold it. Shoulders in line with wrists as much as possible. And then land that foot where your left hand was. Bring your hands to your knee and feel the strength of your back leg. And then place the right hand under your right shoulder. Lift the left arm up and rotate. Feel the upper arm reaching for the sky, lengthening. And then release the hand. Step the back leg to the front and come into your forward fold. So bending your knees here, sweeping your arms up into the sky. Good. And as you exhale, bringing your hands both to the left side of the body. And then reaching up. And then taking the arms to the right side of the body. Let's do that again. This time as you come down, open the top arm towards the sky. And then touch hands together. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. And lift the other arm up. And release. Good. Coming back into our chair and sitting down. Take a moment to breathe in. And as you exhale, fold over your legs. Hands to shins, extend. And then exhale, down. Stepping the legs back into your plank position. And slowly lowering all the way to the floor. Taking your arms out to the side now. Sweeping them behind you. Lifting your legs, stretching your arms into Shalabhasana. You may wish to interlace your fingers. You may wish to keep your hands by your side. Keep the back of your neck long and gaze your eyes forward, feeling the energy of your back lifting you away from the mat. Calm, steady breaths, feeling into this pose and the strength you're creating in the back of your body. And then release your hands and rest. Tuck your toes, draw your shoulder blades down and back, and start to lift up through plank into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg into the air, and then bring it in towards your right elbow. Take it to the left elbow, take it to the right, and lift it back up. Again, right elbow, left elbow, right, and lift. This last time, connect, sweep around, and take that leg out to the side. So coming onto your right hand, lift the left arm up. Now you can come to sit and be here, and then lift up. If that feels too much, you can have your elbow on the floor and lift like this, okay? So just finding the position that feels best for you today. You might want to just stay up and be here, or you begin to flow up and down. Good. Sweep that right leg back up into the air, and then bring the leg through and land it. And coming into your high lunge, start to lift your arms up and lower your knees to the floor. Good. Sweep the hands down and rise. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you land. Find the strength and the grace in this pose. The next time you find yourself up, take your arms in front of you. Take your back arm and spin it back towards the back of the mat, and then slide it across. reaching up and slide back. Last one, keep the arms out and lower the knee. Take your back hand to your back and your elbow to your opposite knee. So you're twisting to look back behind you. You can stay here. You can bring your hands together, or you can extend your back knee off the floor. Just see which position feels best. Take a couple of breaths here. Breathe in to create length from your heel to your head. And as you exhale, roll that top shoulder back and find more space to revolve, to twist. Beautiful. Bring the hands down. Step the leg to the back of the mat. Good. And go through a vinyasa. So lowering down and rising up. And then finding yourself back in downward facing dog. Recheck your fingers, spread them wide. Bend your knees, lengthen your spine. Feel the hips lifting up as you exhale and draw the belly in. And then lift that left leg into the air. Bring your knee towards your left elbow. Take it to the right, back to the left, and lift it up. Exhaling forward, swinging the knee from side to side and back. Remember, your right knee can be on the floor. Next time your knee comes over to the right, extend it out. Lift your right hand into the air and come into this side Vashisthasana. Holding it here for a few more breaths, lifting and lengthening, or bringing yourself down to the floor and then lifting up and lowering down, whatever feels best for your back, for your waist, for your obliques. And then bring your right hand back. Left leg lifts into the air and then lands where your left hand was. Bring yourself up into a high lunge and lower your back knee. Start to press down and up. Hands come down as legs lift, legs lower as arms rise. Feeling the fluidity and the strength as you press through the ground to help you lift up. Last one. Good. So coming into that high lunge and taking the arms forward. Sweeping your left arm back and then bringing it across to meet the right. Rolling back into a twist and connecting. One more time. Good. Next time the arm is back, keeping the arms wide, lower the back knee. Bring your back hand to your lower back and bring yourself down so that your front arm touches your shoulder and you find this nice rotation. Stay here and breathe, or bring the hands together and press them apart. Option to lift the knee off the floor and come into this twist. So the choice is yours. Inhaling, exhaling. Finding length, and the out breath giving you that little bit more rotation. One more breath. Bring the hands down, stepping the back leg to the front, coming into our forward fold. Dangling over your legs, bending the knees as much as you need. And then slowly rolling yourself up all the way to stand, bringing your hands to your heart center. We're going to go into a standing twist. So bending your knees, feet together, lifting your right leg up and placing it on the other side of your leg. Taking your arms wide. Good. So with the right leg on top, the left arm goes under, and we find ourselves holding our hands. Allow the arms to rise and lower with your breath. Keeping the knees squeezed. Sitting down into this little chair position as you come into Garudasana. Good. And let's let our eagle fly now. So start to spread your wings, extend the leg out. Find yourself taking up as much space as you can, leaning over, stretching from your fingers and your toes, finding that balance and strength and grace, and then start to lower the legs down. Beautiful. Let's do the other side. So bend the knees. Take the other leg up and over. Let them touch. And then open your wings wide. If the left leg's in front, the right arm goes under. They go opposite. Find something to hold on to. Breathe in as you rise. And exhale, lower down. moving with your breath. Squeezing all of the joints, twisting yourself, but finding the ease, the ability to find space in the upper body as you keep your lower body still. Let's spread our wings and let our eagle fly, lengthening, stretching, finding more space. Beautiful. And then slowly releasing down. So let's sweep the arms up, bend the knees, coming into Utkatasana. Bring the hands together. I'm going to show you from the side. All we're going to do is we're going to lift the heels and find a little balance point. So see if you can stay here. Focus your eyes, strengthening the legs, folding forward, lifting the heels up, finding a steady breath and a focus, building that sense of determination, that Manipura strength to go beyond our comfort zone, but safely. And then exhale, fold. So taking your right leg into the air behind you, start to bend your knee toward your nose and extend it out. And bring it in and out. Exhale, inhale. Good. Then we're going to land that leg behind us. We're going to drop into a low lunge. And we're going to lift up and just allow our arms to expand. So sweeping the arms around, floating with our breath, finding ease in the upper body. Good. Last one. Bring the hands down. Extend the back leg back a little more. And then come into Ardha Hanumanasana. So the front leg is straight, back leg is bent. Place your back hand on the floor, and the same arm as the leg. Lift it up into the air and sweep it around. So making this nice flowing circle movement as we start to access the outside line of the leg. And then as you lift the arm up, press down through your bottom hand and reach up through your top hand and feel that natural twist of your body. Good. From here, we're going to bring ourselves forward. We're going to take the back knee up. We're going to sweep it behind. We're going to come to sit. So we're coming into a seated twist. So crossing your arm behind you and rotating away. Feeling some length through the spine as you rotate. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time. Beautiful. So taking that bottom leg out and taking a hold of this foot with your opposite hand. Bringing the hands to touch. And as you extend, reaching out and back. So bending the knee and extending out. One more time. Extend. Find some more length for yourself as you reach back and forward at the same time. Beautiful. And then bring that foot in and rest it on the inside and let it touch the inside of your left leg. Take your arm back behind you, reaching up, extend over your straight leg. Janu Shirshasana. Extend, lengthen. And then maybe bring the back arm around and soften the face, the shoulders, the elbows. The energy is in your leg, so curling the toes up of your left leg and allowing the body to lengthen with each out breath. Slowly bring yourself back in and coming into our Navasana. So finding a place of balance with your feet in front of you. Good. Maybe taking your hands behind you and we're lengthening and bending. Doing one more. Staying here or releasing your hands, feeling the strength of your body, lower back on the floor, shoulder blades off the ground. You can also do it like this with your knees bent, just finding what is best for your back in this position. Good. And then releasing and hugging the knees into your chest. Just allowing yourself to massage your back from side to side. Beautiful. Then we're going to cross the legs. We're going to hold the back of our legs and we're going to roll forward and back. So just finding yourself moving, rocking. And then we're going to place the hands on the floor and try to lift the bottom off the ground. And back. Roll and lift. And back. And the next time you come, let's take the hands forward and see if we can lift the bottom off the ground. And then see if you can lift yourself all the way up. Now this is a really important pose as we get older to be able to do. So if that was easy, fantastic. If it wasn't, more practice would be great. Really good for your joints, your core, and your strength. So finding ourselves back in Tadasana, sweeping the arms up into the air, coming down into Utkatasana, hands by your side, and then fold over your legs. Let your head hang and start to lift your left leg back behind you. So using blocks, if the ground is not there for you, exhale, bring your knee in toward your nose, extending out, curling in and out. 2 more times. Lengthening on the in-breath, exhaling as you round. Beautiful. Extending that leg back, landing the foot and dropping the knee to the floor. And coming up into your low lunge. So just allowing the arms to circle, elbows rolling back, and sweeping forward. The next time you come down, placing your hands on the floor, extending your back leg further away, flattening your foot, and then starting to extend your front leg straight. So having the knee that is bent, hand on the floor, sweeping the same arm as the leg is extended up and around in circles. So feeling that rotation, that twisting. And when you've done that, one more time, extend your arm up into the air, reaching for the sky, drawing your hip back so you feel the opposition of your leg going down and your upper body rotating up. Bringing a stretch perhaps to the outside of your leg. Press down firmly through your lower hand to rotate up. Beautiful. And then bringing your hand down. And then coming to sit and bringing that leg over the side to come into our twisted Ardha Matsyendrasana. So now turning away to the opposite direction. Finding length as you breathe in and exhaling, rotating. And then extending that bottom leg out, bringing your left heel in towards your groin and sitting up nice and tall. Taking your arm up and reaching over the opposite leg. And once you've found that stretch, bring your other arm around and just lengthen. Breathing in and out. Slowly bringing yourself back up, crossing your legs, and doing this little lift. So finding that rise and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Good. And then taking your legs, bringing them up. So you're in Navasana pose. So holding the back of your knees, finding that length for your back, and then maybe taking your hands away or maybe extending your legs out, just finding that point of balance as you breathe, challenging yourself to hold this pose in whatever position is best for you today. Never moving into pain, but finding that balance point of strength, flexibility, and focus. Beautiful. And then rolling onto your back and hugging your knees into your chest. Just massaging your back from side to side. So bringing your knees so that they're over your hips and taking your arms to the floor. We'll just do a little bit of work for the oblique muscles. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, start to slowly lower your legs to one side, just hovering off the mat. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring the legs back up. Inhale here, exhale, lower the knees to the other side. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring them back up again. So in this way, slowly moving, using the weight of your legs to activate the oblique muscles that lie at the side of your waist. If this exercise is not proving to be enough, then you can progress it by extending the top leg straight, and this will add some more weight. So just seeing which one works best for you. Exhaling down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale back up. Letting the breath help you access the muscles that will support you in doing these movements. Good. And then release and hug the knees into the chest. One final set. We're going to extend the left leg out as we hug the right knee in. And then we're going to lift our head off the floor and gaze at our extended leg. And then we're going to switch. So extending from the knee to the toes as we round the back, shoulder blades off the floor. And if that hurts the neck at all, please bring the head back down. Taking little breaths as best you can. Let's just do another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees and relax. So taking one foot to the floor and then the other. Having the feet as wide as the mat, taking your arms to the side. Just lower the legs over to one side and just feel the weight of them drop. You might want to turn your head away from your knees to complete the twist of your spine from your neck to your tailbone. Nice deep breath in. And letting the heat of all your effort out as you exhale. And then lifting your knees back up. And as you exhale, dropping them to the other side. Just noticing the difference on this side. And finding a place where you can allow and feel the greatest sense of space for your breath. Might be in the side ribs, your belly. Feeling yourself relaxing, softening. And then slowly bringing your legs back and just allowing a moment to just be here. Legs extended, arms to the side, palms turned up. And just listening to the sounds and the sensations on the outside of your body. The feel of the air on your skin. The sensations of the surface beneath you. And then turn your attention inward. Feeling the breath. Any sensations in the muscles of the back. The beating of your heart. Taking in everything that's here right now. And then starting to bring some movement into your arms, stretching them out, feet away from you. Lengthen your whole body as you feel your lower back gently lifting away from the mat. And then draw one knee into the chest and then the other in, and just give yourself a nice massage, rocking from side to side. Knees together or apart, whatever feels right. And then we're going to roll onto our side and just place our hand under our head, keeping our knees close to our chest, and just feeling the weight of the body. And then slowly pressing down with the hands and bringing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. I'm just going to finish with some Nadi Shodhana breathing, but this will be done as a psychic Nadi Shodhana, so no fingers will be used. So I'd like you to either bring your attention to a place in front of you or close your eyes. Hands can be resting on your knees, or you can have your hands resting one on top of the other. Start to bring your attention to your left nostril and see if you can breathe in through the left nostril and out through the right nostril. Doing the best you can to just imagine that you're breathing in through that left, a nice cool stream of air, and letting the heat release through the right nostril as you exhale. So the left nostril stimulates Ida Nadi, which represents our lunar, our cool, intuitive, often considered feminine qualities. It stimulates and activates our parasympathetic nervous system, our relax response. So this is a good breath to do if you're feeling stressed or anxious, to just notice and bring that sense of cool, calming energy into your mind and body. And then we're going to change and start to breathe in through the right nostril and out through the left. No judgment of yourself or this exercise, just trying your best to focus on breathing in through the right and out through the left. So this is stimulating Pingala Nadi, the active, fiery sun, the determination, the masculine qualities. And now we're going to try and bring the two together. So we're going to take a breath in through the left nostril, out through the right. A breath in through the right nostril and out through the left. So without using our fingers, just feeling our way in through the left, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left. Do 2 more rounds of this in your own time, noticing the subtle differences as you try to bring your mind completely focused on this exercise of changing your nostril dominance. Our nostrils change dominance every 90 minutes, but generally when we wake up in the morning, our right nostril is more open, and when we go to sleep at night, our left is more open. This is the body naturally preparing us for the action of the day, the energy we need in the morning, as cortisol arrives in our blood to give us the energy to start to move and do things. And then in the evening, parasympathetic nervous system, as melatonin rises and we come into a more sleep-light, calm state. So just notice tomorrow when you wake up or when you go to bed tonight, just take a check and see what your nostrils are doing. Let's bring our hands together now in front of our heart, and we've balanced our energies. And remember, as you go through and start this new season of spring, thinking about bringing that sense of balance between doing and receiving, giving and taking. thinking about what you're going to remove so that you can make space for what you want. And I would suggest that whatever brings you joy is a place to put your energy. Follow your joy. Let's take a moment to chant Om Shanti to close. Take a deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bow your chin to your chest. A moment of gratitude for this practice, for this beautiful day that I'm enjoying here in Dubai, for the start of a new season, for the time you've taken to take care of your body today. May you be well and safe until we meet again. Namaste.